Today is 8th March, again important day. Is it a routine that I am saying that is again important day? 8th March has various connotations. 8th March really is it a women's empowerment? And in 2001 you have essay that alone empowerment cannot help our women. So if empowerment has its own limit, empowerment, then what is liberation? What is emancipation? What is redemption? If we say movies like Help, or there are so many, Mona Lisa Smile. So how to understand 8th March? Is it a just celebration initiated by certain capitalist ventures, or really we have that stuff that 8th March is though symbolically in this 2021, symbolically it's important and you can get a new stuff, or is it a just status, a new argument for a certain hours, and then we are going to again our position, that is patriarchal understanding. So I have selected this regional, purposefully this regional article, small article by eminent theatre personality, director, actor, director or script writer, that is Manaswini Lata. Manaswini is a theatre personality, Manaswini is a writer, web series writer, and regionally she continuously talks about various issues related to feminism. Yesterday this article in regional, feminism quote unquote and ulat tapasni, that is your maybe a cross examination. So feminism and cross examination, what is first point? What exactly is the popular terminology to understand? Is it a rhetoric? Feminism, is it a rhetoric? Narivad, Strivad, Mahilavad, maybe various translation. People like Kamala Bhasin has continuously arguing how to understand. There are more misconceptions when it's a question of feminism. So shall we call it as equality or certain things related to equal understanding of men and women? So equal understanding of men and women again is zero idea, because you are creating, just reversing the role and just creating space for women in a patriarchal. So without hampering, without disturbing patriarchal society, you are just exchanging role. Is it your idea of men and women are equal? Then if not, then what is your idea of equal? In today's scenario, recent EPW talks about dignity and reputation. So how we can create quote unquote equal dignity of our imagination of equal dignity? Is it a man or manly imagination of equality? And then how to create a womanly imagination of equality? That is the real question. Feminism underlines all such questions. If you are if you are going back to your basic, that is NCERT political theory, then it talks about the double burden, idea of the double burden. Of course, this article has its own limit, but largely feminism is a huge debate, discussion, and various internal complex issues are there. For example, in a previous newspaper simplified, we discussed intersectional feminism. Then you have this governance feminism. Recently, people are talking about so much about the governance feminism. This article tries to analyze day-to-day life and your understanding of the feminist. So, is it just women's business, or I am a man and I am feminist also? That means anyone may be a Gandhian person, anyone may be a Marxian person or Marxist person. On the same line, anyone is a feminist, because it's a structural understanding of the situation, subordination of women. To annihilate that, you need a certain way. So feminism / feminism, there are various ways. Is it try to reflect on justification or justifies on division of labor, or is just in a particular way tries to readjust within? So feminism largely is a contested idea. Feminism largely, one may say, in situation like India in 2021, may be just symbolic one, or just liberal discourse where liberalism prevails and feminism is on back foot. Role of education in creating equality. This author's whole focus is on equality and feminism. How to understand equality. For example, this Emmeline Pankhurst and her role in creating this suffragette movement in UK. You have a huge history from right 1820s and onwards in US. So right to vote. In Indian scenario also, it's Chamanabai Gaikwad. In 1927, you have a women's conference in Ferguson College, Pune. So women has to struggle a lot, then and then only you have this idea called as this feminism. Feminism largely is a contested idea or evolving idea. You need a philosophy that you need to create a new meaning because its situation is not static one. You need to contest and you need to create your own understanding. For example, freedom. So what do you mean by freedom when it's a question of feminism? All human beings aspire for happiness. Then what do you mean by happiness in feminist sense? Because ethics for care, this is position called ethics for care, will say a different understanding of happiness. If it's a patriarchal understanding, then maybe it's a happiness may be the different framework. Some people will say from a feminist perspective, happiness may be the perfect patriarchal gaze or it's a lazy life. So there are multiple ways to understand your ideas, various ideas, notions. This public-private divide ultimately important factor, public and private divide. So personal is political, but of course personal is different from your private. So private and public, both entities are important. Right to pee, Me Too movement, there are so many issues we can address, and this author also talks about that kind of movement, women's movement initiated so many issues. Few days back, I think in Hindu also, you have this Bhagavad Gita talking about the importance of the women's movement, right from Mathura to Bauri, what happened, or various movements. What exactly is the inner content of that movement? How we understand. When it's a 2021, why we are again discussing domestic, what happens to our domestic helps, what happened after pandemic really is a concern. Identity creation and identity making really happens. In early 1970s, late 70s, you have this debate in Maharashtra, this curriculum, and that curriculum talks about the male child. You have to then go for study, and it's a girl, then you have to go for making tea. So how to understand that kind of, is it a just syllabus or is it a just we are teaching alphabet or it's beyond that? Again, this author goes forward and talks about two institutions, marriage and family, how to understand correlation, because continuing GS1, GS2, GS3 also you have a question on correlation of the women's movement and its correlation with patriarchy either or your caste. So caste again, author quotes Ambedkar, that the real quote, I quote Ambedkar, Dr. Ambedkar, Baba Saheb Ambedkar, the real remedy for breaking caste is intermarriage, nothing else will serve as a solvent of the caste. But of course this statement has its own limit. Author thinks that this is important. What is the limit? Class may be the limit. This is not the place, but one can argue that intercaste marriage or intermarriage has its own limit. How system works? Ultimately, to conclude, what one can say, you have to reassert old thing. Is that the situation that we are facing in 2021? You have to tell again old stories in a new format, and contemporary people, contemporary students, contemporary generation don't know your historic legacy. For example, what Vinda Karandigar wrote. As a prolific writer. What is argument of the, say, Subhadra Kumari Chauhan, and what are her limitations? One need to understand in 2021 what exactly is the legacy and what exactly is the burden of your past that you need to get away from and create your own road. That may be your own way. So this is ultimately, to conclude, role of education, which includes your separateness of a gender. Then you have to understand communities like LGBT also in present context, after Naz Foundation case in Indian scenario or otherwise worldwide also. In 1970, so you have used towards equality report in 1995 Beijing. So there are so many things you need to academically learn for GS1 also. What happens in essay? This is general rhetoric. In 2001, you have this essay where we started that alone empowerment cannot help our women. Why? You have that title. So is it that double burden, or you have fulfillment of women, essay on fulfillment of women? What exactly is the meaning of that term? So conceptual clarity is useful idea. Do not assume anything. What is the message of this 8th March? Do not assume anything. Etymology is important, epistemology is important, and we need to focus on what exactly is the today's demand and what is the meaning of the feminisms in 21st century when we have crossed almost 2 decades. Then how to understand feminism is a real question. With that question, we will continue with our discussion in Newspaper Simplified, but that is question.